The 1-1 pitch. A swing and a drive to deep right. Away back. Goal!
And with that hammy call, it is time for another episode of the Swing and a Try podcast, part of the Press Play podcast network. I am your host, Mike Voorhees, and alongside me, as always, the best color man in the business, Brent Spillin. What is going on, B Spills?
Wow, that is such a compliment and not even true, Mike, but I really appreciate it because you're my boy and you're always pumping me up. Hey, you know, when I'm feeling down, you're my confidence booster. When I need to pick me up, you're my guy. So I appreciate that. But man, hey, I'm doing well. It's hot out. It's sunny. It's summer's here, man. I mean, technically what? I think June 20th is technically summer, but you know what I mean. It's coming.
The heat is here, man.
Full time.
Humidity.
Yeah. But I am doing well. Indians are playing okay. Before we get into that, Mike, how are you doing?
Dude, I'm fantastic. Just celebrated a birthday on Tuesday. I'm now
Happy birthday again, my man.
Thank you, sir. I'm in the last year of my 30s.
Woo wee.
So it's been good. We went out to dinner. I received lots of calls and texts and cards and emails, and the love is fantastic. Here's to 39 being the best year ever. That's
all right.
That's where we're going.
Okay. Hey, what'd you eat? Anywhere good? Just
wasabi, baby.
Oh, that's a good spot. That
is my favorite dinner spot. Shout out to Wasabi.
If you don't know that restaurant, it's the Japanese hibachi style, which man, that place is good.
I have leftovers, and that's actually what I'm having for dinner tonight.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Some of that yum yum sauce?
Actually, I go for the teriyaki sauce.
What?
I do the double teriyaki sauce.
Are you serious? You don't do any of the yum yum?
I like the yum yum sauce.
Dude.
So since they only give me the 2 little containers, I put teriyaki in that, and Ruthie was sitting next to me. So they filled hers with yum yum sauce. So I had 4 sauce, man. I had plenty. We were good.
Yeah, I could double up on the yum yum, man.
Do you know what that yum yum sauce reminds me of?
I don't need to know.
It's Raising Cane sauce.
Oh,
without the spices. That's all it is. Yeah, it's ketchup. The guy last night was telling us everything in yum yum sauce. He was telling us all the ingredients, and he says it's like Chick-fil-A sauce and Raising Cane sauce without the spices to make it taste the way it does.
I like it a lot better than Raising Cane sauce, to be honest.
Raising Cane sauce is amazing.
Well, it's pretty. Actually, hold on. Raising Cane is pretty good, actually. But Chick-fil-A sauce is good. I mean, all sauce is good. I also love cheese sauces. You like cheese sauces with some food?
Absolutely. Fries? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Chick-fil-A with the sauce.
That white sauce, that white cheese. I like that.
If you don't know, you can go to Chick-fil-A and you can get a side of cheese sauce.
Yep, it's on the menu.
Game changer with those fries.
You better get it. Oh, good stuff, Mike. Well, I'm glad you had a great birthday.
Yes, thanks, brother.
You don't look a year older, if that makes you feel any better.
I appreciate that. I do.
Cool. Well, I bet you feel like you're getting older sometimes watching the Indians play some of these games lately.
I learned, I'm trying my best not to take every game as it's the last game of the World Series. They have looked, the Indians.
You're learning.
I am. The Indians gave me
wisdom.
They gave me a birthday win out in St. Louis on Tuesday night. Unfortunately, they lost last night, but that's okay. There's times where the Indians have looked amazing. And then there's times where we look like we're nothing more than a AAA baseball team. And where do you start? The pitching, lack of offense, injuries. I mean, you could pick something.
But yet, they're still 5 games above 500 at 32-27.
We're out of the wild card race as of now, but
there's only 400 more games.
There's still 2/3 of the season left, so we got time, man. We got time. I know we got guys that are going to be coming back from injury soon, and they cannot get back here fast enough.
Yeah. Speaking of injuries, I forgot about Zach Plesac. Have you heard anything on him?
So he has not. I know Mandy Bell released something. Where did it go? Let me look it up real quick. And she was, let's see.
Or if he has to have like special training on how to take your clothes off.
Maybe he might have to go through a Zoom training or something. But Francona was asked on June 8th, and he stated that Plesac will begin throwing in the next couple of days. His throwing program isn't expected to be aggressive, as the team wants to see how Plesac can tolerate it with that right thumb. So hopefully they don't have an expected return date.
Well, at least it's a next TBD. Couple of days rather than a couple of weeks to start his throwing program.
Do you know who else I forgot was on the injured list?
Who?
Jordan Luplow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't he hurt his ankle?
Yeah, left ankle. He underwent an MRI on May 28th. He's resuming some baseball activities and he has started running, but the team has yet to determine an exact timetable for his return. And let's be honest, that outfield right now, I think, is pretty set. So Jordan Luplow is just going to be on the bench anyway, truth be told. Harold Ramirez is playing extremely well.
Yeah, he is, man. He's hitting.
I can't believe that. That was awesome. I mean, Eddie Rosario's starting to get hot. And then your boy, Bradley Zimmer, up with the Indians. And I mean, he's looked good.
Yeah.
He made an incredible diving catch the other night, had a single, 2 RBIs against the Cardinals. Like, maybe he's figured it out if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
know. He's a hit a little better. I mean, we'll see, but yeah, I mean, speaking of injuries and stuff, like think about, or sorry, what were you going to say?
I said big news.
What?
Bobby Bradley has arrived in Cleveland. The assassin is here and he's looked really good.
He has
in the few games. Sad note though, Jake Bauers designated for assignment and the Indians have traded Jake Bauers to the Seattle Mariners.
That was today, wasn't it?
That was today. Bauers was in Cleveland. He drove to Detroit to join the Mariners for their afternoon game against the Tigers. He was batting 7th and playing first base for the Mariners. Hey, I wish Jake Bauers the best of luck. At one point, he was a very high touted prospect. He just hasn't seemed to be able to find it, and maybe a change of scenery will do him good. I don't know,
but he's not getting a change of scenery because Seattle's playing in Cleveland tomorrow on the 11th of June.
I can't wait. I will boo.
That's right. Bauers. You're going.
I will boo Jake Bauers. I promise.
So no.
Yes, I will boo him.
Boo him.
I will boo him.
That's ridiculous. But
he had the opportunity of a lifetime with the Indians.
It's just some guys just can't make it, man. They just the prospects. That's why they're prospects.
Right.
But then again,
I'm not going to boo him. You know me. I'm a casual fan. I'm not going to go in and scream and yell and holler and all that fun stuff.
So you are a casual fan or not?
At times I'm a casual fan.
That seems
like when I go and sit in the stadium.
Oh, I was like, you're not a casual
like when
fan.
I sit in the
diehard.
When I'm in the stadium though, I like to just enjoy the surroundings and take in the game. I like to experience it all.
All right. Well, since was mentioned here about injuries here a few minutes ago, Franmil obviously is still out. We know Plesac's out. Roberto's out. Luplow's out. But this team is still competing and battling. I mean, we have 2 starting pitchers.
Yeah, that
have been consistent.
Shane Bieber and Aaron Savali. That's it. I mean, the Indians have struggled to find other pitching. We've had bullpen games to try to survive. You and I know that the Indians have been used to having all sorts of pitching, they could call a guy up and they would come in and do really well. And I mean, you look at guys like Ryan Merritt back in 2016, came out of nowhere and he was pitching in a playoff game. You've got Plesac, you've got Tristan McKenzie, who I'm still high on. He just can't seem to figure it out.
I mean, he hardly played in the minors. Then he missed a whole year of AAA last year, came straight from AA.
Well, he pitched for us last
Sorry,
year.
last year. I meant COVID year though. There was no minor leagues. He came up, but year before that he was in Double-A.
Right.
Now
I think there's some things he needs to work on. Obviously, he walks way too many guys. He's got to get his control. And the last 2 starts he's made, he hasn't looked bad at all. He's actually looked pretty good. So maybe he's figured it out. I don't know.
Oh yeah. How about that back on May 31st? I think it was the first or the second game of the doubleheader against the White Sox.
Yeah.
When he started, he set a franchise record with 8 consecutive strikeouts.
I can't believe that he set that record. I assumed somebody else had, like Feller had like 10 or 12, or somebody had an unbelievable amount, but no, he looked really good in that game.
Do you know who had the record prior?
No.
Corey Kluber.
Hi, Kluber.
Back in 2014, he had 7 in a row. It was also against the White Sox. It was also against the White Sox.
There you go. You need a record, go after the White Sox, who are still in first place in our division, and we're 4 games out. Anyway.
Only four.
It's a long season, man. We got a lot to go.
All right. Remember last time we talked, Mike?
Yeah.
And I was trying to stay positive about who we're playing and all this stuff. So since we last recorded, it's been a little bit. We haven't really been able to get together and do this, but they've went 7-7 since we last recorded. Okay. Which I feel like at times we're playing to our level of competition too. Like, we just can't win in Baltimore. So during that stretch, we shouldn't have lost 2 out of 3.
We don't seem to be able to beat teams that are under 500 well. Those teams seem to play us extremely hard.
It doesn't make sense. It reminds me of those like the Cavs years or some of the Browns. Like, even when the Browns would lose, they would play well against the good teams, but then they would just lose at the end. But they couldn't beat the bad teams.
Right.
I
would agree. I think we're used to having a competitive team every year, and I'm not saying that this year's any different. This year just looks different with the injuries, and just we're missing some guys. We're missing pitching. We're missing, like, the injury to Roberto Perez is huge. That guy's an amazing catcher behind the plate. He calls an amazing game and makes the pitching staff that much better. And he's on the 60-day injured list. And hopefully he'll be back in early to mid-July. Hopefully. We need him.
It is weird. It's funny. Remember last year in Baltimore, we lost 2 games back-to-back 13-0.
I remember.
Yeah, we gave up 18 runs and a loss. What, on June 6th? It was a Sunday.
Yep. I was waiting for the Indians to trot out a position player. That's what I was waiting for.
Oh, it's crazy. This was something from Zach Meisel that he tweeted after that game. He said the last time the Indians allowed 17 plus runs in a game was July 3rd, 2016 against Toronto. And the last time they allowed 20 plus hits. That's right. They gave up like 21 or something. Was 2014 in September against Detroit. I'm like, wow. And the last time the Indians allowed 17 or more runs and 20 or more hits in a game.
Yeah.
April 19th, 2006 against who do you think?
The Yankees.
Baltimore.
No. Stab and throw. But let's be honest here. I don't want to throw shade at Baltimore. They are a young team and they are gelling. They are playing well. They started the season extremely hot. Then they sputtered off and kind of faltered. Now I think they're in last place in their division.
Yeah, I mean, they're 22-39, so they're still.
So let's be honest. I mean, that's not terrible. They
could
be much worse.
That young guy, Ryan Mountcastle, he seems to be pretty good.
Ryan Mountcastle's good. Trey Mancini.
Yeah.
He's an older player, but just shout out to him. He beat cancer. And he's come back to play.
Right.
He's playing extremely well. They've got a very young pitching staff. Like, I get it, man. We know who the beasts of the East are, man. That's the Yankees, Toronto, and Boston of all teams. Like, Boston and Tampa Bay have come out of the gates ready to go this year. And the Yankees are looking like they're extremely old and they can't figure it out.
It's all right. Hey, man, the Indians are still in this.
Not the Yankees.
No, they're still in this, man. And like I said, they were 7-7, which I'm fine staying around 500 right now with all the injuries and the pitching, and they just been up and down. So, like I talked about last time, they have a lot of games against subpar teams. So through the end of June, there's 19 more games.
Yep.
You know how many are against teams under 500?
A lot, which scares me.
Guess, out of the 19, how many do you think?
12.
17.
Woo-hoo.
They have a 2-game series with the Cubs. It's the only team over 500.
I want those games. We need to beat the Cubs.
So I'm saying we are playing Seattle coming up starting tomorrow night, June 11th. Yep. And then Baltimore, 4-game set at home. Pittsburgh, Chicago, 4 against Minnesota, and 3 against Detroit.
Hey, you know what? If we can win 12 games.
Now, July is going to be hard. I'm going to be honest with you.
13. Yeah, July schedule's tough. We got Houston.
There's not many games under 500.
Houston, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Oakland, Houston, Tampa Bay, St. Louis again. And we finish the month in Chicago to play the White Sox. So, yeah. Right.
If we could just win a few more than we lose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
just win the series. That's it.
I mean, that could put us. I mean, yeah,
we
could be close to 10 games over 500 by the time July comes. That gives you a little bit of breathing room.
It'll be fun because in the next couple of weeks, I want to talk about whether you think the Indians will be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline.
Okay.
We've got a big interview coming up.
We got a couple coming up.
We do. We've got
in the next. Well, I don't want to put a time limit or time, but we were supposed to have one here. It just didn't work out.
Nope.
This week, but in the next, I would say, handful of weeks, we got a couple coming.
We got Brian Shaw, not the Indians reliever, Brian Shaw, for those wondering, but meteorologist Brian Shaw, who happens to be an amazing individual, huge Indians fan. He wants to talk to us, give us his insight, tell us.
Yeah, I just want to pick his brain. I just want to listen to him talk about it. Like he probably knows way more than we do.
He knows what he's doing, man. He does.
He know his stuff.
He's excited. I mean, the Indians are in it, guys. We are in a very strong division. We're not. The Central has never been, where you're going to see 3 100-win teams. That just doesn't happen very much. So if the Indians can win the series, if they can take 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4, 2 out of 4, and if we can stay around 500, and then we get Franmil back and Roberto Perez back.
Yep.
Jordan Luplow back. Plesac gets back. We finally get our pitching in order. This team could be very dangerous.
Yep. A question for you, Mike.
Sure.
Do you think the team can still be dangerous if our pitchers are not allowed to use foreign substances in their gloves anymore?
This is a big thing. But here's my take on it. I think this has been happening for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I think that foreign substances with pitchers. Let's be realistic here. The pitching of the last probably 2-3 years has been absolutely incredible. I don't want to accuse any pitchers of using a foreign substance, but I'm saying it happens. I'm sure there's some out there that don't, but I'm sure the majority does.
Did you hear Garrett Cole's interview the other day? Somebody asked him if he's using anything. Just go Google it and listen to his response.
Yeah,
it's kind of silly. He couldn't answer it.
No, because he knows he is.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to admit it. He's one of the best pitchers in the game. Now, if a report comes out, Brent, that Shane Bieber uses something, what is that gonna do for you, for your opinion of him?
I don't know, man.
I mean, the Indians have already taken some heat with James Karinchak. Go back and watch that video. Chicago White Sox radio announcers are saying that he keeps touching the same spot in his glove. And upon video, you could see it looks like there's something there. It's not clear.
I just don't know why he would use if he's putting a dark substance on a red glove. That doesn't make much sense, but I don't know.
I think this is something that is it's
happening everywhere.
Known. It's that hush hush. More people know, and they just don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I mean, if a pitcher is a really good pitcher, and then they get busted, or it comes out they were using some kind of substance, and then they still keep dominating, like I don't think I'm going to think anything different.
Well, what happened to James Karinchak?
Oh, he was pitching so well.
They called him out about having that stuff on his glove.
I could have mentally got him too.
And then very next start, he got rocked.
A couple bad games. He's going to have that.
But let's just see how. Right, pitchers can't be perfect every game. I get it. I'm just saying. I'm playing devil's advocate for a minute. I just find it odd that they call him out and then he has a very bad appearance.
Well, think about it. If somebody called me out and I was using that, and then like mentally knowing people are watching me thinking about it, and then I don't use it, I'd be all probably screwed up mentally. It'd be hard for me to focus, even pitch well.
Everybody uses some sort of a performance enhancing drug. I said it. People use caffeine. People use Adderall, nicotine. There are so many different things people can use to give them an advantage. It's life. People drink coffee every day. People drink soda or energy drinks every day.
Yeah, but what are you saying? It's okay for major league players?
No, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that people use substances every day, whether it's alcohol, whether it's caffeine, whether it's a pine tar to help you throw to get a better spin rate on your curveball.
Well, still, what are you saying? Are you saying that they should allow it?
It's been going on for years.
Either like it's okay for everybody or it's not okay for everybody.
Pitching has been amazing the last few seasons. And I have a feeling that we're going to come to find out that a lot of these pitchers are doing it. Am I a fan of it? And if we find out about it, no.
Yeah,
I like offense. I like 8 to 7 games, 10 to 9 games. I like games with runs.
Well, they got to do. I mean, the MLB's coming down on it because they have to do something because this game is so long. Mm-hmm. There's no singles, doubles. I mean, there are, but it's it's all home runs. It's strikeouts. There's low scoring games.
Yep.
That's why the offenses in football are taking off in the passing games because people don't care about defense. There isn't even that many elite defenses in NFL anymore because it's all about offense.
You remember the commercials where Major League Baseball used to have in the 90s where it was Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Greg Maddux, and it was chicks dig the long ball.
Oh,
that we like offense. When I go to a baseball game, I want offense. Would the occasional no-hitter or perfect game be boring? Absolutely not. It would be incredible. But how many no-hitters have we had this year? 6?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. And we're still in June. We need some excitement. They've got to find ways to make baseball more exciting because they're losing their fans. People are like, oh, it's 162 games. Well, I'll catch it in July when the All-Star game's on, and then maybe I'll watch a couple games here and there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I hear you. Just the whole steroid thing, you know what I mean?
They're back to full capacity in Cleveland. That stadium is supposedly sold out on Saturday, Friday night.
Oh, okay.
There weren't very many tickets left. Okay. I think fans want to come out and support this team. I really do. It'll be interesting. Man. We'll see, man. One more thing. I want to say one more thing, B-Spills.
Okay.
Speaking of the All-Star game, get out and vote. Vote for your favorite Indians players. Get them to Colorado. Let's let the world see what we get to see all the time. Get Jose, get Shane Bieber, get Cesar Hernandez, Josh Naylor, whomever you want to vote for, go vote. MLB.com / I think it's All-Star Game. And you can vote. And you can vote 5 times a day. Go vote.
All right. What about your boy Savali? Get him in there?
If the Indians get more, because I told you before we started recording, if I had to guess who the two, I think the Indians will send 2 people to Colorado, to Denver, and it'll be Shane Bieber and it'll be Jose Ramirez. Would I like Aaron Savali to go? Absolutely. The man's pitched great this year.
Okay.
Savali and Bieber are a great 1-2 combo right now because it's what's keeping the Indians afloat.
Yeah.
So
good stuff. Man. All right, get out there and vote for your favorite Cleveland Indians players. Mike, this is another good episode. Good chatting with you.
Absolutely.
Let's hope the Indians can just, like you said, stay consistent and win a little bit, win these series here. Looking forward to that. And hey, have fun at your game tomorrow, man.
Absolutely, man. I will report to you. I will let you know what I think.
Is it Dollar Dog Night?
I think it is not, but there are fireworks.
Okay. Hey, so fireworks are back. Fireworks are back,
good, man. Hey, I'm just excited. No mask. I can go watch the game, enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And let's get a Tribe win and boo Jake Bauers.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
The last part that is, but
well, you know.
All right, everybody. We thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Mike, happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Enjoy your game tomorrow, and I will talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Who keeps you cheering year after year? Who's
Who's got the ballpark? The best is all right here. Who's got the fans with so much Cleveland pride? Who's talking baseball? Talking Tribe. We're talking baseball.